Hello there, welcome back to Stories of Significance again. And today I am humbled and honored to host none other than Lilian Imbogo, all the way from Busia County. Tell us, how are you doing this morning? How is Mombasa taking you?
I'm fine. Mombasa is fine. I'm enjoying every little bit. Yeah, it's not as hot as I used to think. Yeah, it's good. The weather is good.
I was telling you I don't mind taking 4 cups of tea during this moment.
Yes. And I've done that. I've already taken 2. Remaining 2. Yeah.
So tell us about who you are and what you do.
Yeah, Lilian Imbogo is a director, is a founder, is a CEO, is a mother, is a wife, all that under one bracket. But basically what I do to my community, I run an organization, a community-based organization in Busia County called Jenga Jamii Bora Initiative. And this came around when you hear of Jenga Jamii. It was all about our community has to grow. Because back to my roots, I looked at everything going on, and that's the same place I was born and brought up. And sometimes you go out, come back to give back to the society. So basically, I'm also a finance administrator. I did finance. So when I went to my village, there are these CSRs we do. But when you give these handouts, how long will you do it? So that was the first question I asked myself, and I came about with what can I do to these mamas in the village who are not working. They only go to farm, do some few farming, maybe do vegetables, bring up cuckoos. In Lilian, we deal with cuckoos. So in every home you have to get Imbogo. Yes. In Busia County we are bordering Uganda, and Uganda is matoke, Busia is kuku and ugali. So in every home you'll get kuku, you'll get vegetables. And also what I know, Busia County is fertile. I think you've heard of Tessos. Busia County, we are running luyas and tessos. And tesso land is very fertile, but unfortunately, this community is coming up slowly and slowly. So they are not literate. Most of them just reach at some age, get married. Because they have land, they become farmers. So they make little money out of farming, but they don't grow. The little they get is just by sugar, by soap. So what I did, I came up with a program about women literacy. And I only deal with women because one, tunasema mama akiwa nayo boma mzima iko nayo. That's a fact. In a home when a mother is alive, everything goes straight.
Can I be allowed to say that women in nature, they are supposed to nurture?
Yes.
So if they have, they build.
They build. When you give a woman, we even sometimes joke. When you give a woman some sperms, he gives you a baby. When you give her a house, she gives you a home. I think that's some
problem. She gives you hell.
She'll give you hell. So whatever woman gets, she expounds it. So now, at my age, I was like, I want to do something to impact my people as little as I can. So I came about with this system called table banking. So that is my first approach to it, because I felt like giving them handouts, like every December you go on a CSR activity, you give them some small things. In January, they're back to you. They're like, my kid has no school fees. My kid has no uniform. My kid has no books. So with the table banking system, it is something that we do it monthly. And the little they have, they come together, put it together, then give themselves loans. So in short, this system I'm using is like a banking system. Table banking in Kiswahili ni banki ya meza. In fact, that's the term I used for them to understand. Because everyone talks of table banking. Naenda kucheza table banking, but they really don't understand table banking. They just talk it like it's a term.
Yeah.
But when you say it is banki ya meza, they see it, oh, so this is the table, this is the bank. So for me, I educate them and at least tell them we are opening our own equity in the village.
Yeah.
We are opening our own cooperative bank in the village, because for them, they can't reach the bank because of the illiteracy they are having. So at least I educate them to tell them, you know, you can have our equity. You've never stepped in equity, but you're now stepping on your own equity down here.
Yeah.
So, what I know, I've impacted so many lives. There are women who have already taken back their kids to school. And also, with this system, you know, you nurture a group. I make clusters of minimum 20 members. They sit once a month. And, you know, it's also a way of bringing the community together, because they are coming to do their own things. Apart from this table banking thing, there are also some things they're doing, like projects. You've heard of the kuku thing, the Imbogo. Now they do it in large scale. Like that group of 20 come together, get chicks. They even take a loan by themselves. They go buy chicks, these young chicks. They decide to do this thing in large scale. So when they sell, they'll manage to come and pay those loans. Yeah.
All right, interesting stuff. I got lost listening to you. I forgot the next question. But maybe I'll go back and maybe tell our viewers that if you want to build life, you need to shift from receiving handouts.
Yes.
I was seated with a friend of mine and he was telling me that Kenyans and Africans at large, we don't know how to build businesses.
Yes.
What we know is, you know,
receive handouts and
sealing deals.
Yes.
And deals never build
Anyone.
strong businesses.
Yes.
So, and I feel like handouts are the ones that are killing us.
Yes.
A politician gives us a handout. Somebody comes and gives you a handout.
Yes.
And they never even follow through to ensure, did you do the
That's the
project
thing.
that I financed you to do?
Yes.
So I love that you have brought a literacy program. So let's go deep into that literacy program. What exactly do you empower them with? Which skills do you empower them with? And is that your full-time job? Or are you kind of employed and you do this as a side hustle, as people say, you know, hustling? Yeah?
Okay. What I can say, I was employed. But unfortunately, I had to resign. Because this is a full-time job. In Busia County, I have over 80 similar groups. And I have to attend to each one of them once a month.
So 80 groups of 20 people.
Yes.
That is massive impact. For how long?
Yes.
So far?
So far for 2.5 years.
I would have given you a standing ovation. We have to do.
Yeah.
When we finish, I will give you a standing ovation. And
Thank you.
The viewers here.
Thank you.
Stand and clap for 10 minutes.
Thank you.
Well,
So, I quit my job because I was employed in Kisumu. I quit my job in Kisumu and decided, what can I do to my people at home, back at home? So I came back home. You know, you can't do such things where you don't understand people. Like you've gone to a different place, then you are like, what can I do here? You can't do that. But because you are born in that area, you understand the status of the community. You know, I go deep to the villages. I don't just go to towns. I know every village. So it was an easy thing for me. Because also, before I resigned, I was like, whom can I talk to? So when I went back home, there are these village administrators, barazas, I could attend. And they were asking, what has she come to do? And I'm like, no, I've come just to say hi. I'm a daughter of the soil. I'm called so-and-so, the daughter of so-and-so. And they could receive me so well. So from there, these administrators have helped me a lot because they go back to their villages and get the clusters. As I go there, I go for that education. I train them on what to do. And I ask them, are you ready to start? So when they're ready, they call me around and we start off. Yeah.
You are explaining the recruitment process, and you remind me of what VT says. VT is Fusi Tembewayo from South Africa. He says that if you want to succeed, you need to create a tribe around, the tribalism we normally discuss, but people who believe in what you do, and they're able to empower you with whatever they have, so that they are able to grow and inspire your growth. So you've engaged, networked with the administrators, they've invited you, they've put some clusters together. So what is the journey from there?
The journey from there, once they invite me, I go train these groups, and immediately when I'm done, I think I've never had a group tell me that just go, we will call you back. Immediately after my training, they're always like, can we start? We are ready to start right away.
So what is it that you train them?
Okay, I train them on a way. Okay, this system is a banking system whereby these mamas, when they sit together, they give in whatever they have. So I have there's this rule we put in my system that you have to save at least 200 bob once a month. You can save as much as you have, but at least 200 bob, which is okay with everyone in the village. And from there, now, in the village, everyone is like, oh, this is something that has come up. How can we get money? But now, the strict nature of the system makes others not to go closer because they're used to these handouts. They're not ready to build themselves from grassroots. So there are those that leave the cluster, and we recruit others who are seeing the importance of the cluster. So after the first sitting, we put the 200s, 300s, 500s together. We give it out again as loans. And that is a tree that grows. Every month when they come, those who went with the loans, because the first time definitely is very little, because they've already placed like 200, 300, 400. So it's very little. They might even go with the same amount, because everyone has come with something, and they also want to live with something. So you might have brought 200. I'll give you your 200, you go with it as a loan. It's no longer yours. It's for the group. So the following month you come together, you return that money with only 10%. That is the rule we're using. 10%. And it's a monthly interest. So when you refund the money, you again place some shares of 200 or 1,000 or 300, whatever. Then you again borrow. But now the borrowing system goes with only times 2. That is the maximum I can give you of your shares. If you have 2,000 shares, you can ask for 4,000. But if it's not on the table, I'll give you whatever it's available for you to go at least and do something. Then after some time, it's a nurturing the group. I come now with the system after the trust. You go train them like for 6 months. You see the way they're behaving with their own money. Now you give them some little. I fund them. I fund those groups from my personal funds. It's not too much. And I also get these small funds from friends. I have friends who really help me. And to name a few, I have a sister, not even really a sister. This is more than a sister. She's the one who encouraged me to come up with this session. She also runs an organization called We Know Love Kenya. She's the famous Judy Oricho ambassador, human rights activist. She's an human rights activist. She's also an ambassador, a tourism ambassador. And she does so many things, and she's really encouraged most of us. So for me, she's really helped me. She's brought me from somewhere. These are friends. And also we have Mary Mutula. She comes from Machakos County. This is also a very good friend. These are friends you approach and you're like, well, I need something small. I'll refund you in the next 6 months. If she has it, she'll give you. Because sometimes we say the power of friendship. Whom do you keep in your line? The impact they bring to your life. Because, this is not a business. This is just giving back to the society. Yeah. It's like a CSR, but it's a way of how can I make these people stable. Even if I walk out, there's this bank that this mama will, in January, will go with to say, mtoto wangu anaenda form 1. Can I get 50,000 for school fees? And she'll get it from there. And it's something that when you go to these Shylocks, you're given 50,000 with 30%, 40%, and it's monthly. But you see, when you go to that group, I'm forgetting one part. We give loans, there's 10% for monthly, but also we give 15%. It's called long term. We have 2 loans. Yeah. We have long term and short term. But you can take even 100,000 and pay at 15%.
For long term?
Yes, long term. It's accrual balance. Yeah. So this also helps these mamas. Because someone can take 100K, take her kids to school, then start, at least even if she's a farmer, she'll do her own small things and pay this money slowly without pressure. Than going to a Shylock, taking 100K to be paid within 1 month at 30%. So this is also something that I've really removed these village people from it. And they find this system the best for them. To an extent, if they decide not to have me, they continue so well and they are growing. There are these groups that have let them just do now by themselves. Yes.
It is amazing listening to you that it is important to have people in your life who also believe in your dream and they don't mind sacrificing their resources to support your dream. How do you balance this opportunity of empowering women back in your village to being a mother, to being a wife, and to being a friend to others? How do you find balance in between there?
Okay, I've said, like this, what I'm doing is a full-time job. And I guess by understanding a full-time job, work starts around 8 and stops around 5. And as I've programmed myself, in a day, I have either 2 groups or 3 groups. Either 2, depending with the day or the kind of day I have. So sometimes I wake up by 8, by noon I'm done. So that's the time I get back home. I check on my children. I have also a life to live. By there, I love going to the gym. I have my 3 hours every day for the gym. Yes, that is a fact. And everyone knows me for the gym thing.
Except for today.
No. I've swum in the morning. I went swimming in the morning. That's the first thing I did when I woke up. Yes. So I love exercising. We said exercising sometimes is good for our health. We watch our health so well for us to have our day go well. So family-wise, I'm a mother of 3. I know many people ask how. My firstborn is in Form 3. My second boy is in class 7. And the last one is in class 6. Yeah. So with friendship, we have our times out. You talked about me in Mombasa today. I'm here because of friendship. We came to celebrate a friend who just won. I've said I have 2 friends, Mutula Mary and Judy Oricho. They're my partners in the organization. And sometimes tunakuja kupigia mwili pole after the hard work in the villages and in the community. And I wish even one day you come to Busia County and see how I go deep into the village. You can't imagine that I'm the one here. You can't imagine that's me, because I think when I come to light, I'm a different person. Yeah, I wear so many faces. Ikikuja kwa wanasemanga ukifika penye romance wako, do what they do. So my village people know me as a mother, that mwalimu. By the way, everyone calls me mwalimu umepita hivi, mwalimu nimekuona. So there's that respect of mwalimu. I think you understand in your village, when someone is called mwalimu, respect that person. So I'm called Mwalimu in the villages.
Odijo.
Odijo. Yes, yes.
Hey, good
Yes.
stuff, good stuff. Now, 2 last questions.
Yes.
First one. Do you have a success, something you've done for the past 2 years? I know from my own calculations you've impacted about 1,600 women.
Yes.
But which group or which project are you most proud of since you ever began?
Okay. To start with, my first group that I started literacy with, it's called, in fact, they even copied my organization name. It's called Jenga Dada. This is a group of young women that I trained. In fact, I was trying to now, that was my first practical group. So far, this is a group that is running 2.7 million. Yes, it's having 2.7 million. It has members. We are now 25 members. And once, like what I'm talking of, everyone will want to join this Jenga Dada. Everyone. At the moment, we had to stop recruiting members because everyone was running. The first time we started with only 10. And I'm part of that group. It's a group that I'm a member. I even contribute also monthly. Mimi ni mwalimu hapo, lakini mimi pia ni mwanafunzi hapo ndani. Because I know the impact it has created. These were young ladies who didn't have jobs. There are those with jobs. But you see, our banks have made us, like, we fear going for loans in the banks. Everyone fears, even the bankers themselves. I have members who are bankers. Yes.
Actually, for the bankers, they take loans for the security of their job.
That's the thing. That's the thing. So this is an initiative that I know it has impacted so many lives. And I've seen my friends even building their mothers' homes through the same. Someone takes a small loan and goes build the mother. When I talk of a mother, not a big house. Maybe getting, in our villages, we are still using the thatched, those round thatched. But now when someone can buy 20 iron sheets and do the mother some semi-permanent squared or rectangular house, that's a different thing. Yeah, that's an impact. Yeah, we also have mothers. I also have a group of widows. In fact, that's a group that even the local politicians come to visit. Because it is something that is pulling. It's a widow group, and they're doing so many things. They dance. They have dancing crews, like traditional, not just dancing. These Luya traditional songs. So whenever there's this cultural functions in Busia, you see them going to dance. So there are these few grants that they get. Without even, I had forgotten. These groups, when I am training them, whenever we hear there are these county grants, I help them apply for them. So maybe 1, 2, 3 groups, if they get, I'm happy. Yeah.
One final question.
Yes.
What is your parting shot? What can you tell a lady out there, a young man out there who are looking for ideas, who want to impact the society? What advice can you tell them? Now, this one, you look straight into the camera and tell them, give them your advice, give them your word of wisdom.
Yes. So, my parting shot will be, and I've always told everyone, employment will always make you cripple. And it's like when you are employed, you are just placed in a casket. You'll never grow. Because at the end of the month, you are there just waiting for the token. And it's there to pay all your bills and you remain without anything. Business or creating something in the community will give you a great impact. Because as for me, I feel so blessed because I don't, in my house, I don't lack maize, beans, chicken. I have food of all sorts because everywhere I go, these mamas appreciate me. They carry a box of maize, a can of beans, So for me, I feel blessed whenever they bless me. And I would advise that everyone try to go at least out of their way to impact the society.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is Lilian. And if there are few things I've picked, number one, most people keep asking, where do I get ideas? Instead of rural urban migration, maybe you try urban rural migration. Go back to the society where you grew up.
Yes.
Look at the problems there. Be the solution to them. By complaining, you distance yourself from your personal growth and the growth of your community. But by finding and being part of a solution in your community, therefore, you bring solutions, you bring impact, and at the end of the day, get appreciated and you grow yourself and you change your environment and your life. Another thing that I've picked is that it is important to have friends who will push you, empower you, friends who don't mind sharing resources to push you to the next level. So stop sitting in the couch and whining. Wake up, go out there, find something and do something great for yourself and the community that you exist in. I look forward to being a guest of Lilian so that I enjoy all these foods that she has in the house. Till next time, this is Stories of Significance. Connect, inspire, transform.
Thank you. Thank you so
Good
much.
stuff.